Hey guys, it's Gus,
and Carlos from Hardware Unplugged.
and today we're checking out the Pulsar Xlite Wireless V2. But before we get started, please make sure to hit that like button to show support, and if you want to see more content like this, don't forget to subscribe. With that being said,
Let's begin.
I have one for 126. Oh my god. I have 126 on another guy. Oh my. I know. I got him. Oh, I got him. Oh, my shotgun, bro. I got him. I'm batting. Oh, you. He's one, I promise you. I'm ready. He's one. I got him.
Don't mind if I do.
Here, behind us, man!
Hold. I'm betting. Hold. Back. Oh, you want that? Him up. I'm holding for you.
See it.
Battle.
She ran outside.
Go in the window. Yeah, I got you. Just battle.
He's coming.
Hey, I got it. Yeah, wait a minute. You want that. Good.
So Pulsar sent us out a revised version of their wireless mouse, the Xlite V2. And if you're like us, you're probably wondering, what's the difference this time around? Is it worth picking up if you already have an Xlite wireless? Well, before I tell you about the changes, let's start with the price. The Xlite V2 is priced at $79.95 as opposed to their version 1, which costs $74.95. Now the price is not that much different from the version 1 and 2. It's basically a $5 difference, and to be honest, I think the price difference is really fair and worth the upcharge. So what are you getting for $5 more? Well, spec wise it's the same. The mouse measures the same as the version 1 and has the same weight and same switches. But don't let this fool you. Let's start out with the most notable change, the sides on the mouse. The Xlite version 1 has holes on both sides of the mouse, and I have seen people on the internet complain about holes on lightweight mice and how it bothers them or makes mice feel cheap. Well, the V2 has somewhat solid sides with the front ends having holes. Personally, I really like the idea of the sides being fully solid instead of what they did here, but hey, it works better than I thought. When feeling both mice side by side, the Xlite V2 has more of a premium feel, and that is due to the solid sides. The scroll wheel has also improved as the V2 scroll wheel is raised higher than the version 1. This makes it easier to access the scroll wheel, and I feel like it just sits better than the version 1. Now, we didn't have an issue with the scroll wheel before, to be honest, but it's nice to see that Pulsar fixed this, as others did have issues hitting the scroll wheel, and this change just feels better overall. Very nice. Looking at the bottom of the mouse, we see that they reinforced the bottom while making the mouse itself more balanced, as they put a battery on the back end of the mouse. The mouse still feels a bit back heavy, but when picking up both mice, you can tell the Xlite version 2's weight is better as compared to Pulsar's first version of the mouse. The weight balance just feels so damn good while you play. At first I really didn't notice, but after trying the version 1, I was able to tell immediately that the version 1 was very front heavy as opposed to the version 2. This was a very pleasant upgrade and a very good one. Nice job. Now the final change they made was the side buttons. Now I know I said they didn't change the switches, but they did make the mouse 1 and 2 feel more sturdy, and the side buttons themselves sound and feel much better. Here's a sound test for you guys. So, with all these changes made, I ask you, is the mouse worth the $5 upgrade? Should you go out and pick up the Xlite V2 if you already have the version 1? Let's get right into the video.
Alright, so Pulsar sent us out their V2 version of their Pulsar Xlite, and we've been using it for about 4 days, 5 days, right?
5 days, yeah.
Yeah, and our experience has been pretty positive, just like the first time around, right?
Yeah,
So when it comes to the specs, I believe everything is the same, right? Like
Yeah.
when it comes to like the clicks and stuff like that, and side buttons.
Yeah,
and
I do
sensor.
believe switches and sensor are basically the exact
Yes,
same. I don't
yes.
think they really changed anything there.
Yes, but the main difference is the main difference on the V2 is these little differences. If I'm being honest, these
Yes.
little improvements that
Yep.
make the mouse that much better. All right, so the first improvement that they made was the scroll wheel. So the scroll wheel is raised a little bit. I believe it's raised by 1 millimeter, right? So the scroll wheel on the first version of the Xlite was lower. So I guess if you had that issue reaching the scroll wheel, well, they fixed that. They did raise it, and it's a lot easier to hit actually, right? When I was playing the game, I did notice it was a little bit easier to scroll. The other improvements that they made were the mouse 1 and mouse 2. Actually, the clicks overall, right?
Yes, yeah.
So the clicks on the first version, right, the Xlite V1, they feel a little bouncy and mushy on the mouse 1 and mouse 2.
Yes.
And the side buttons feel same thing, bouncy and mushy. Now on the V2, they definitely feel a lot better. If I'm being honest, right?
Yes, they do.
especially the mouse 1 and mouse 2. You could tell that difference, and you can even hear the difference, right? On the
Yeah,
mouse
so
1.
on the ones on the side buttons, you could definitely hear,
Yes.
like, they just don't sound the same, honestly. I'll give you guys like a
Yes.
quick sound test. But yes, on the V2, right, they just feel more tighter. Like, they feel
tighter.
more...
They're not as bouncy. They don't feel bouncy.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
feel
they just feel
nicer.
more firm,
Yes,
honestly,
they do.
too. So, yeah, it does feel really, really nice. So I was able to, to, like, really pick that up fast,
Yes.
honestly.
Yes.
The side, this is one of the major things that really impressed me here on the sides
yes.
here. Clearly, right, as you guys can see, on the
That's
V1,
the major difference.
it has holes, and on
Yes.
V2, it's it's kind of like solid,
Solid.
like kind of right, it's kind
Yes.
of like half solid. So this is the thing, and me and you were like talking about this is holding this one. For some reason, this one feels cheap now. Honestly, it feels really cheap because of the holes. I don't know why. There's
Yes.
something about mice when they have a lot of holes,
yes.
they feel pretty damn cheap as opposed to mice that are solid that
Yes.
that are really lightweight, right? Now holding this one in my hand because I'm having most of my like my thumb's resting right here on the side,
Yes.
and most of this side is also solid with no
Uh-huh.
holes. It just feels.
It feels premium.
It feels
Yes.
better. I don't know how to. Yeah, right.
Yes. Now holding this one, they both feel solid, right?
They do both feel solid. Yeah.
But this one just feels better with this because of the solid side,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Now, I did have a complaint, and this is a complaint personal, right?
Yeah.
So the freaking sides, you know how they have little holes here on the front side?
Mm-hmm.
Well, unfortunately, this mouse is so big, I have to palm it. And palming it, I have to extend my fingers all the way out, and
Yeah.
I feel that.
Yes,
I feel
yes.
those holes here, dude.
Yes.
Now, it doesn't affect my performance, but it is a little annoying, right? The one thing that I think I was telling you this, the one thing
Yeah.
I wish that they did actually were if instead of putting the holes here on the front side, I think it would have been better to put them here in the back side where your palm is at anyway. Because look here, you see a bunch of holes.
you see
here
a bunch of
anyway.
holes. Yeah.
So I feel like this palm area, there would have been holes. I feel like most people wouldn't have minded
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah.
Because this over here, this extending, like, again, it doesn't mess with my performance, but it just feels a little annoying. If I'm being honest. It just feels a little annoying.
I feel you. Yeah. Same for me honestly because I
Yeah.
I palm too.
Yes.
And so this right here, you know, I'm able to feel the holes.
Yes.
But to be honest, whenever I'm locked in,
Yeah,
I don't,
you forget
I
about
don't
it.
really feel them.
Yes.
But if I wanted to pay attention to them, trust me,
Yes.
I can feel it, right?
Yes.
That's the thing. You know, my only thing would have been if they're gonna make it solid, just make it completely solid on the sides, right?
Yeah.
I think that would have been cool, but maybe, you know, that would have added some gram difference, and people might not like that. Honestly, I don't even think it would add too much weight. It would have probably added maybe like 2 grams more, 3 grams more. And at that point, I don't think you'll be able to tell like a whole lot, honestly.
Another thing, you know, it's actually balanced well. Actually, the
Yes,
mouse is
yes,
better balanced than the version 1.
And it's very noticeable if you pick up the version 1 and then the version 2. It's very noticeable. On the version 1, would you say it's front heavy, right? It's more. It's,
yes, you definitely feel it more.
Way
to
more
the
front heavy.
Yes.
This one's just.
It's pretty well balanced.
It is balanced, honestly. I feel like it's a little bit. It's a slightly back heavy.
Yes.
But for the most part, it just feels good, right?
It still feels better than this. Yes.
Yes,
When it comes to balance, weight, yes.
Yeah. Oh, also the bottom, right? I think this one of the major differences is that you know the bottom's better like reinforced, I guess, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, another difference other than the color, right, is the coating actually. So for some reason, the coating on the red one felt really slippery. Well, not really slippery, but they feel slightly more slippery than this.
Yeah.
And I actually prefer the white one.
Yeah, the white one feels
more grippy.
Right?
Yeah, it feels pretty good. Yeah, locked in and stuff. And what else can we say that we didn't say in the first version when it comes to our experience, right? I have forgotten how good this mouse was, especially for the price, dude. Yeah. So the version 1 was $75. The version 2 is $80. If you have the first version, I don't feel like you need to go get the second version because the improvements are, I mean, they're minimal, right? But let's say you try the first version and you send it back because you didn't like it. Definitely pick up the second one, the version 2. Yeah. This is a much better version. The clicks feel better. The clicks feel better. The freaking
the mouse itself feels better. Like it just,
you know what? It actually feels slightly more sturdy. I feel like this is feels like especially from the bottom.
Yeah, you hear that creakiness.
Yeah, this is a little bit more sturdy.
Yeah, it is. It is a little.
But it does feel more sturdy. Yeah. So for $5, do you think that justifies the price upcharge?
100%. You're getting a $5 upgrade on your mouse. Honestly, it's totally justifiable. I have zero complaints on the mouse. Honestly,
100%. Yes, and again, like I said, I forgot how good it was for the freaking value, dude. As a matter of fact, I actually was able to beat my narrow strafe callback scenario. I actually managed to beat it with this mouse, right? But yeah, dude, for $80, dude, it's just overall solid mouse. So I feel like you can't go wrong. If you didn't like the version 1 because of the clicks and whatnot, and the quality, right? I feel like the version 2 is a much better improvement for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I had a really good time flicking, tracking with this thing was really good. Do you know what really stands out to me about this mouse is that it's a big mouse.
Yes.
But it's so lightweight.
Light.
I don't mind the big shape.
No, me either.
That's crazy. I don't know.
You know what's crazy? I thought because it was gonna be super big. I remember, I wasn't gonna claw this mouse that property, so I'm like, I'm gonna have to palm it.
It took you a while for you to get used to it to it, right?
Yes, it took me a while, and you know what? I forgot how good palming was. My shots are actually really stable. That's what I noticed with it. But it's pretty good mouse, dude.
Pleasant surprise. Again, it's a Pulsar wireless mouse.
What else can we say?
Yeah, you know this is quickly why Pulsar to me is gonna become a staple company soon. Yes. And I feel like a lot of people are gonna be buying their mics soon, honestly, especially whenever they release the mini and then the symmetrical. The symmetrical is the one that everybody has their eye on right now.
Okay, so you know how I said the V2, this one, the Pulsar Xlite was a little bit too big? Yeah. Oh my god, I feel like that V2, that mini. Oh my god, I feel like that's gonna be.
Even though, yes, I am excited for the mini. I am still more excited for the symmetrical. Because I know the quality on these mice already. They're really freaking good. Yes. And I can only imagine how the quality of those mice are gonna be. You know?
Oh, and I forgot that freaking symmetrical. I think is about 50 grams too.
Oh,
like so it's gonna be.
It's keep an eye out for these guys. Honestly, it's
100%.
just I can't say anything bad about them. Honestly, it's too good.
Yeah. So that's pretty much it, guys. Links to everything down below. Pulsar, thank you for sending them out. This is Gus
and Carlos from Hardware Unplugged,
and we'll catch you guys in the next one.
Peace.